What's going on, peeps? How you doing? I'm good. So we in Castle Hill Avenue right now. We actually by Castle. I'm in front of Castle Hill Projects right here. So let's walk and talk real quick. So today we're touring around Castle Hills, Bronx, and we're going through mental health segments in the Bronx. So a lot of people ask me in the Bronx, how do you get a job doing this type of work? It's easy. I do the orientation, I get the training, and I got a job. But the thing about it is, when I work and I make something of myself, the community know that they're going through a cycle in their life where you see a lot of mental health falls in the young people as well. And especially when you go into the Puerto Rican and Hispanic communities, you mostly see a lot of that. Crack, cocaine, drugs, and a lot of people that's incarcerated as well. And they came out and they want to start a new, fresh life. So I got the right answer for you. I started a show called Mental Health. It's on the Manhattan Neighborhood Networks. And I'm working on a project where it helps people build up their lifestyle. If you watch my teachings, if you watch my episodes of lifestyle teachings, you'll get a hang of what the community and what the world is. I could tell you this. If I feel like if I come in an area and everybody asks me, why are you recording me? I'm going to tell you, I'm not recording you. I'm filming the community because I'm a producer. But at the end of the day, I feel like America and all we do in living here is about communication skills and how you compose certain things. You feel me? So at that day, I just, come in the Bronx and try to finish up what we doing. Hold on one second. All right, out of respect, you gotta do that because you don't want any confusion when you come in the area. So, like I was saying before, when you look at mental health, you look at a lot of young people. About 98% young people smoke marijuana. And it's a drug that is messing up their minds, messing up their brains, messing up their psychoseliums. So, one second. And they want to give up it, but they can't because it's a drug that they are addicted to, And a lot of people talk to me. They said, Shamik, I need help. I said, I'm here to help you, bro, but you got to give it up, man. I'm here to help you, but you have to give it up. And you have to understand I tell people the world is full of people that don't want to give it up. And this is the one thing that I tell people. Once you give it up, you get successful out of it. You get the success out of it. You get the work requirements out of it. You get a lot of things that need to be done out of it. And a lot of people don't really get that because they feel like, okay, I'm gonna smoke weed, I'm gonna get high, and I'm gonna forget about life. It's not about forgetting about life, It's about you understand the focus of what it is and how you develop it. And I think that in reality, we could come together as a community and fight for one another. I feel like we just sit there and just don't want to fight for one another and just don't want to do what you're supposed to do. And in this area, Castle Hill area, is a lot of Spanish and Dominican people around this area. And let me tell you this situation. We can help one another, and we can't divide one another. We gotta accept the fact. Hold on. Okay, we good. So we gotta accept the fact that we could love one another and we could cherish one another. And one of the things I could tell you is the plans of the principles is that we go through life with strategies. And I talk about this on my show. We go through life on strategies. And when you learn about strategies, it's like you can walk down a block and you're looking at people's situation and you're like, oh, I need help. Why you come to the Bronx? I need help. You understand what I'm saying? We here to help you but you got able to accept the help. Some people say, all right, I'm going to help you, and they don't accept the help. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to go back to their old ways. And that's the reason why we putting up, I didn't tell you the good news, we putting up a mental health The dog is barking at me because they love me. The dog is barking at me because he loves me. Yeah. So like I said, we're putting up a mental health rehabilitation center in the Bronx. We are going to be doing mental advocates for the Bronx, and we're going to be coming together and putting in a team of people to help these people and save these people's souls from the drugs, you know? And that's what we're here to do. We're here to save people's souls from the drugs, because it's a killer in the community, and you don't realize what it's worth, you know? I tell people you gotta save these people's souls, man, before they hitch the hike. And when they hitch the hike, you don't even know. You feel me? You don't even know when life comes, when life turns, and when love breaks a point, you know? Every song. I'm waiting for the next bus, not that one. So you reach your breaking point where enough is enough. You feel me? You reach your breaking point where you say, okay, it's time for me to give it up, or it's time for me to let it go and cut loose with it. You feel what I'm saying? So the Bronx people don't know about it, but we're going to post flyers in the community to get everybody to come out to the new center. And we're going to have a film studio, recording studio, and we're going to have mental health counseling sessions for all the people that, you know, was abused or been a substance abuse, whatever like that. We have a lot of events coming up that we're going to be talking about. We're going to have my line, Basketball Wellness. We're going to put up a showroom for basketball wellness at a warehouse location in the Bronx. We're teaming up with a couple of people to do it, and we're going to able to pull this together, for me. Out of your help, we're going to pull this together. You know, we're not leaving these people behind. We're going to pull this together, and we're going to make it work, you feel me? And what we do is how we live it, and how we're going to live it is how we're going to work it out. You feel what I'm saying? So when we work it out, we're going to able to come together as a team and build. And this is what I've been fighting about, and this is what I've been talking to the community about coming together and fighting and training these people to come out to the Bronx and film the area. And this is what we're going to be doing, you know? So I just think that in life, we all have sacrifice that we have to make, and we have to make that sacrifice in building and developing. So we in Castle Avenue and Norton Avenue, and we're going to be finishing up my shift. So we actually over here. So let me finish up my shift, and I'll be back later on to give you the closing results of this video. All right, check it out. All right, Shamika Sounds. You go on my YouTube account and check out my videos, all right, of what I'm doing for mental health. All right, check this out.